Okay, so in the previous lecture we talked about C# as a language for your mobile app development. Let's now talk about how you can share that C# code everywhere. So we're going to be using the same language, we're going to be using the same APIs and data structures, so we can actually share an average of 75% of app code across mobile platforms. This means that we can have 75% code that will work in iOS, Android, and even Windows applications. Without doing anything else, that 75% of our code will just work. Now, this 75% code could be app logic. Most of it should be app logic, what is going to be happening throughout the entire application, no matter what platform we're in. But it could also be shared C# user interface code. So we may define the UI with C#. We can of course use a designer, but we could use C# to define the user interface. And this would actually improve the amount of code that we're going to be sharing throughout each of our applications, no matter the platform. Now, at the end of the day, you will also need some platform-specific C# for some very platform-specific features. This could vary from 3D Touch on iOS, or Cortana in Windows, or some of the many things that you can do on Android that iOS doesn't allow you to. So this would be platform-specific C# because these are platform-specific features. But you can still implement that throughout your entire application and differentiate it depending on which platform you're running your application into. So at the end of the day, you can finish the development of your application and have shared projects that have the app logic but are shared throughout each of the projects, the iOS, the Android, maybe the Windows application. You could have PCLs or portable class libraries that exist in .NET for you to be able to share or implement these libraries into each of your projects. And we're going to talk just a little bit about Xamarin Forms, which will actually allow you to define native UI and actually share up to 100% code throughout your entire applications, no matter the platform. But we're going to be focusing on Xamarin as is, Xamarin for iOS, Xamarin for Android. And we'll actually be able to share up to 75% code, and we'll just be defining the interfaces differently, and we're going to be implementing platform-specific C# for platform-specific features.